Support and movements of organisms. What is movement or locomotion? Living organisms change their location of their whole body or a part of its body in response to a stimulus. This is known as movement or locomotion. How animals move. Different animals use different types of appendages for locomotion. For example, amoeba uses pseudopodia for locomotion. Pseudopodia or false feet is a temporary projection of the cell, while Euglena uses its flagella. Flagella is a whip-like structure in the cell. Paramecium uses its hair-like cellular organelles called cilia for locomotion. Animals like earthworm, leech and cobra do not have special appendages for their locomotion. They use their body muscles to move from one place to another. Dolphins use flippers for their locomotion. Fishes such as Luna use their tail fins or body fins for swimming. Human beings, cheetah and toad use limbs for their locomotion. Birds such as crows use wings for their locomotion. Invertebrates use muscles, while vertebrates use both muscles and bones for their movements. Bones, muscles and joints. We humans are able to move our legs and hands because of the bones, muscles and joints present in the arms and legs. There are some features of muscles which help the muscles function in a proper way. The cells in a muscle are arranged as fibers. A muscle cell has the ability to contract or shorten. Also, a muscle cell has the ability to relax. When muscles are relaxed or contracted, they have the ability to reach the original position again. How elbow joint works. To understand how muscles help to move a bone, we can prepare a elbow joint model. This elbow joint model is given in the picture below. When contracting the elastic band A without moving the wooden plank P, the wooden plank Q will raise up. When contracting the elastic band B without moving the wooden plank P, the wooden plank Q will come to the original position. Likewise, in the human elbow joint, when the bicep muscles is contracted, the lower part of the hand will raise up. When the tricep muscles is contracted, the lower part of the arm will come to the original position. Support and movement of plants. Tissues are present within the plants for the purpose of mechanical support. There are non-woody plants and woody plants. In non-woody plants, the plants can stay in an upright position because of the water present in the plant. You may have noticed on sunny days, these non-woody plants get withered and the stem is bent down. This is due to the lack of water supply to the plant. Whereas in the woody plants, they can stay in an upright position because of the chemical substances present in the walls of the cell plant wall. These chemical substances are cellulose and lignin. A growth of a part in a plant as a response to a stimulus or change of the location due to a turgor change is known as a movement of a plant. You know that plants, unlike animals, cannot move from one place to another. They only can move according to a stimulus and a turgor change. These responses can be categorized into two main groups: trophic movements and nastic movements. Trophic movements are growth or movement that occur in plants due to a direct influence between the direction of stimulus and direction of response, may be towards or away from the stimulus. Positive tropism occurs towards the stimulus and negative tropism occurs away from the stimulus. For example, positive geotropism. When roots are growing towards the ground, it is because of the response to the gravity. Since the roots are moving in the direction of the gravity, we call it as positive geotropism. In contrast, negative geotropism. When the stem of a plant growing away from the ground, it happens in the opposite direction of the gravity. Since it is called as negative geotropism. Likewise, there are positive phototropism, positive hydrotropism, positive chemotropism, positive thigmotropism. In nastic movements, response of the direction does not depend on the direction of the stimulus. The direction of these movements are specific. In legume plants, a structure called pulvinus is located as a swelling at the base of a petiole or leaflet. It contains parenchyma cells which moves according to the changes in the water. When the water moves out of the cell, the parenchyma cells will shrink and make the nastic movements. For example, when you touch a mimosa plant, the leaves show the sleep movement. It is a haptonastic movement. When you create a vibration without touching, the leaves of the mimosa plant show the sleep movement. It is a seismonastic movement. The pulvinus located at the leaflet and petiole base help for these movements of the plant. Pulvini are also present in plants showing sleeping movement at dusk with the decrease of sunlight. There are some other nastic movements apart from hypnonastic and seismonastic movements. These are nyctinastic movement and photonastic movement. Nyctinastic movement is the sleeping movement because of the decrease of light. Photonastic movement is the blooming of flowers with the sunrise. In addition to trophic movements and nastic movements, there is a type of movement known as tactic movements, which is related with the direction of stimulus. In tactic movements, the whole organism responds to the stimulus. This kind of movement is shown by mostly microorganisms, for example, small algal species like Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas move in the direction of sunlight. When the sunlight is very intense, they move away from the sunlight. In situ conservation. Even though plants show movements, they cannot move from one place to another as a whole body, like animals. So, animals can avoid external hazards by locomotion, but plants cannot. Plants grow in a habitat where all necessary external factors needed for growth is present. Since plant cannot move, when the habitat is destroyed, they will also get destroyed. So, it is very important to conserve plants in their own habitat. Conservation of an organism in its living environment is known as in situ conservation. Strictly reserved forest which protects indigenous plants like ebony, satinwood, vitex are examples for in situ conservation. Vilpattu, Singharaja is such in situ conservation sites present in Sri Lanka. These species of organisms can also be protected by conserving sensitive zones of environment. Thanks for watching. Be with Bee World for more fascinating videos.